morning, guys. It is Saturday. Welcome to my bed hair. Guys, I did not get any reading last night. Yes, it is a day late in starting this weekend vlog. I hope you heard all that. That's my boyfriend being a jerk, making fun of my vlogging. Anyway, I didn't get any reading done because last night we had the neighbors over. We had a bunch of ramen, and then we played the new Pokemon sword game, which I tried to surprise my boyfriend with, and then I ruined the surprise. I wish I could tell you about it, but it's kind of a long story. Basically, I waited all week to surprise him. The Amazon package finally came, and I was pretty much biting my nails the whole day Friday to get home, tell him to like close his eyes, hold out his hand, do the whole thing. And then I come home and he has like some Pokemon thing on the TV, and I was like, babe, I told you not to buy anything for yourself. And he just like looks at me with a knowing look, and I guess my resolve crumbled like immediately, because I was like, you ruined everything. I have the game right here. And I basically ruined my own surprise because he was just considering buying the game online, hadn't actually bought the game. So I waited all week to surprise him, and then I ruined my own surprise. Anyway, so we played Pokemon for most of the night last night, ate a lot of food, and I passed the hell out. But I am halfway through the 5th season, about 244 pages, and guys, I like it. It has a lot of hype. Every single book of this trilogy series has won an award. I'm not sure I'm completely sold on it yet. There are 3 perspectives in the book, and basically they're almost at like this. Oh, my tea, hang on. So the book for 5th season is kind of confusing. So basically they're almost at like an apocalyptic world where there are these like, not apocalyptic quite yet. There are these like seasons of really harsh like weather patterns, I think, where like nothing grows, nothing really prospers, and they're sort of like at the precipice of another season starting. And then there are these people called Origines or Orogenies, I don't know. I think it's Origines, who have the power to affect sort of the elements around them and tectonic plates. And there are 3 different perspectives in the book, and I'm just not sure if I'm attached to any one of those perspectives yet. So there's that. So my main goal this weekend is to get through this book, and then let me grab my other book. So if I manage to finish the 5th season early this weekend, I am probably going to start, I've already started Wildcat. I'm about 50 pages in, but I want to like seriously get started on it and devote my attention to it. Because these are both adult fantasy and they're pretty serious, I'm probably going to break it up by reading some manga in between. My friend Casey told me that she was going to bring me some manga by Junji Ito. He's a famous horror manga artist and writer. So I'm really excited for that. And then I also have a couple other comics if she, for whatever reason, doesn't remember to bring it, but she's really good about remembering things. But if that doesn't work out, I have all of Saga, and then I have another comic that I'm really interested in reading. Let me grab that. I'm going to probably check this out this weekend, Giant Spider and Me. I don't know how I managed it, but I would say at least 60% of these choices are all like sci-fi and post-apocalyptic or involving the apocalypse. This is about, well, it says a post-apocalyptic tale. I think something happens in Japan, and this like young girl finds a giant spider and befriends it and then hangs out with it for most of her time. I'm interested in it. It seems really sweet for whatever reason. And then Saga is a sci-fi tale, but I love Saga. I don't have an issue. So I guess it's really a sci-fi and high fantasy kind of weekend regardless, unless I get Junji Ito comics, and then it's gonna be scary, because I read part of Uzumaki online recently, and it was I I didn't sleep, guys. I didn't freaking sleep. I was very afraid at night. Yeah, so I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. Guys, look. I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. We're playing Pokemon. Also, I don't play video games. I get terrible motion sickness. I probably could play Pokemon, but I enjoy watching people play video games, and I'm really excited about this. So, that's gonna be most of my reading plans for this weekend. It actually sounds like a lot. Chances are I'll probably only get through 5th season, hopefully, and then maybe start on some comics, or I will break up my time between 5th season and comics. But I did want to show you, I got some glasses from Glasses USA because every booktuber and their mom seems to have a code for this place. I already opened it because I couldn't wait to film, I'll be honest, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about one of them. I like one pair, but I may return the other. Gosh, they give you like all this stuff in this box. And then it says, don't use your shirt on these like eyeglass cleaners, which your girl loves to use her shirt because I don't always carry my eyeglass cleaners with me. All right, let's see. Let's see what you think. So I actually rather like this pair. It's not my usual. I don't usually wear square, but I like that. Yeah, it's cute. It's got glitter on the rims, and it's sort of like a neutral almost. This other pair though, I was the most excited about this pair, and now I'm not so excited. First of all, I chose green because, yeah, that's where I'm at. And here we are. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I'm wearing goggles.
I can't see because the light's behind me.
Really?
I don't know. Help.
Hey. Okay, so I'm gonna go do things. We're probably gonna eat breakfast soon. Maybe. I had a lot of ramen last night. And then we're gonna play Pokemon. All the Pokemon. And read. I'm gonna read some, but it's gonna be a lot of Pokemon. Hello. I have read approximately 10 more pages, I think, something like that. And I'm still interested. I'm still confused as to what's going on, so there's that. But things are happening. In the meanwhile, I've made a beautiful English breakfast, vegan style. Got tofu scramble, some beans, some fried tomatoes, some toast. This one has, ooh, focus. This one has apricot jam. It's not gonna focus. And we just got normal jam and then a hash brown, a lonely hash brown here. And there it is. It's beautiful. Yeah, oh my God. My cat wants to be let out again. I'm gonna eat this and continue reading. Okay, hello. So I am at page 263. So really haven't read that much since I last checked in. I finished eating breakfast. It was delicious. But I just wanted to say really quickly that 5th season is really interesting for a lot of different reasons. First of all, it's my first adult fantasy sci-fi in a very long time. I've been reading a lot of YA recently, when it comes to fantasy at least. And I've noticed a lot of cool things about the way N.K. Jemisin writes. One of the things that I've really noticed that I think is interesting is that gender is interesting in the sense that there are some characters, and they're not major characters, at least not yet that I know of, who their genders are sort of like fluid almost, but no one seems to take notice or be shocked about it. It's just a thing that exists in their world. For example, something just happened where one of the main characters uncovered this thing, and in the thing is a person, I think a person, and she was like, these type of people are typically neither male nor female. And just the way that that piece of information is dropped is very interesting, because oftentimes I feel like when sexuality or gender and just identity in general is explored in books, at least recently that I've read, it seems to be this big thing, this big exploration, this like sort of shock moment. But in N.K. Jemisin, in her writing in the 5th season, it just seems to be there. It's a part of this world. It's nothing to apologize for or be shocked about. And I just thought that was really interesting. I haven't read too much that explores gender and sexuality, and I would like to, but I just read a lot of fantasy, so it's just not something that comes up. And I feel like N.K. Jemisin does it really well, because this is ultimately more sci-fi than fantasy, but I would still say that it definitely has a lot of fantasy tropes and fantasy elements, especially when it comes to the origins and their powers. I would say that this is more of like a 60-40, and a 60% sci-fi, 40% fantasy. It's good. It keeps me reading. I think that my biggest thing that like I have hesitation about over this book, oh my gosh, why am I unfocused? It's like focusing on my poster back there. Sorry, there it is. I think the biggest thing about this book that keeps me going is that the plot moves very quickly. There's a lot happening. There's enough info dumping to where it's good. They're good like devices in the writing, and not corny. The only thing that I haven't been completely sold on yet is just the character development, just because there are 3 different perspectives, and within those perspectives are secondary characters. So there's a lot going on in terms of that. So I'm interested to see if this is just sort of an effect of building up the world, and it will be more character intensive in the 2nd and 3rd book. We'll see. If it doesn't get more character developed, you know what I mean, through the 1st book, I don't know that I'm necessarily convinced to move on to the 2nd or 3rd book. I might be, because my good friend Irina is reading this with me, and she's already moved on to the 2nd book, because she reads like the wind, dude. So yeah, just a really quick check-in. I will come back to you later when I've read more. Hello, excuse me, hello. I am back from my bridesmaid's luncheon, which really turned into just a whole afternoon. Needless to say, I have not read anything else from the last time I checked in to now, because I'm just getting back. It is exactly 6:05, and yeah, oh, bad lighting. I just have not had a moment to myself, really. And I am battling between playing Pokemon on the TV, but I do have some exciting things to read. And it does not involve the 5th season, which I am currently in the middle of. I believe I left off on page 266, something like that. And I have something more interesting. So let me bring that out first. Let me prop you guys up, because why am I never in the shot? All right, is that good? Is that cool? Am I in the shot now? All right, we good. Got my candle burning for some cozy vibes. So first, I'm really excited. I'm hoping, and I feel like there's a very small chance of this, that when my boyfriend comes home from his D&D sesh, because he's a major nerd and I'm here for it. I love it. My dream man, a nerd. I got to borrow from my friend a game that I have been wanting to play, a board game, for a while. Yes, it is Harry Potter. This is I've heard, an excellent board game, and it is pretty involved. You go through the years and you defeat the things that are in the books, eventually to defeat Voldemort, I believe. And you have all the characters. Look how cute it is. I've heard from my friend Kira that it is excellent. I will beg and plead and cry that we play this game when he gets home, but chances are he's gonna want to play Pokemon, because I don't blame him. Pokemon's the shit. So we might have to wait to play this board game, but I did hit the mother load. Get my bag out of the way for some spooky comics. Yes, I got basically, oh, it's real windy outside, and my patio door just, my God, my dog is going crazy, and here comes my other dog. Oh, you couldn't see him. Anyway, he ran over there. But I got, all these are Junji Ito, by Junji Ito. So I'm gonna be scaring myself silly tonight. So we're placing the 5th season on pause because my body needs some scares. I haven't been watching a lot of horror movies lately because I've just not been, well, I haven't been watching a lot of stuff, period, because I've been really busy with books and booktube. But yeah, I am interested. So I started because I found the entirety of the Uzumaki story online. So here I have all 3 of the comics. So I'll probably start with these, but I really am interested in Gyo. This is supposed to be about a creepy fish. It says, the floating smell of death hangs over the island. What is it? A strange legged fish appears on the scene. So begins Tadashi and Kaori's spiral into the horror and stench of the sea. Here is the creepiest masterpiece of horror manga ever from the creator of Uzumaki, Junji Ito. Wow, those are strong words. I'm into it. So what I think I'll do is I'll read these first, and because it's manga, it should go pretty quickly, but I have enormous superpowers for getting distracted. So I will read this first, the Uzumaki books, and then I will move on to Gyo. But then I also have Shiver. And did I just drop something? Oh my God, see, I'm already distracted. Which are, I think, short stories from Junji Ito. Yeah, and my friend Casey gave them all to me to borrow. I'm really excited. I will probably buy them on my own at some point, but I also want to show you this because she's my homegirl, my home slice Casey. She knows, she's into spooky stuff like I am, obviously, because she has all these Junji Ito comics, but she got me these adorable sticker pack, and they're really like high quality. I'm into it. So look at them, they're all black cats. I'm so excited. So here's that sticker, oh so cute. And then here's this sticker, oh my God. This one, I am dying, it's so cute. Oh my God, this is my favorite. In a box, what is the saying? If I sit, it fits. I don't know, but you know, cats love some boxes. And then this freaking one. It's kind of creepy looking, to be honest, but I love it. And they are shiny, you can tell, because like the camera is reflecting off of it. And then I've got just this one. This one is just your classic black cat. I love the art. The art is so great. The eyes are giant and almost creepy looking, but I can't help but love them. They're so cute. My sticker collection has expanded enormously, and I'm sort of in a panic as to what to do with them. I don't know. So far, they're just stacking up in my mess of a library and film room. And I don't know what to do, guys. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy like a board of some sort and, ooh, maybe a canvas. Maybe I'll get a giant canvas, paint it some cool color like teal or gold. Might be gold. And then I'll stick all my stickers on it. Oh my God, that's a great idea. I'm a genius. I've also had a lot of coffee. So this is me. Here I am, very caffeinated. I'm gonna go read some scary things now, and I will check back in with you. I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish this 5th season book, but I feel like this is a worthy diversion. I feel like I need some spooks. So I have finished all 3 volumes of Uzumaki. It didn't take very long. Uzumaki. Yeah, it didn't take very long. Probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for all 3 volumes. It went by very quickly, as most manga does for me, and really for anyone, but excellent. It was excellent. I would say 5 out of 5 stars for me. It was very scary. I was really interested in the fact that things that I didn't know could be scary were scary in these manga, and now I'm confused about my life because I wasn't scared of simple things like spirals, and now I'm totally afraid of them. So I realized I didn't really tell you what this manga was about. And it's basically about a town that is cursed by spirals, and just like, I guess you could say it's haunted by spirals. And so the people that sort of get taken over by the spirals, they go a bit crazy. The craziest things actually happen in this town. I could get into it, but it would be very spoilery. Sorry, I have this horrible glare in my glasses, and it's not gonna get any better. So I'm gonna take, oh, hi Maxie. I'm gonna take a breather, and then I'll probably start reading Gyo, because I have to know what this whole like scary like monstrous fish thing is about. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a spooky night, and we're still playing Pokemon over there. It's good stuff. We're solid Saturday night over here. Okay, we are gonna get back to reading. It might just be a comic kind of night. I'm gonna read Gyo, and depending on how long that takes, maybe I'll read the short story manga, or I might save that and finish a couple of saga graphic novels, because I'm feeling the graphic novel. Okay, so I finished Gyo, and I'm very sleepy. I doubt I will read anything else tonight. If I do, I'll probably finish one of the saga graphic novels, one of those volumes. They're very short, but I might honestly just drift off. Gyo was very interesting. I thought it was about one monster fish, but it was many monster fish. Junji Ito is so creative. Like I said, things that I didn't know I needed to be afraid of. Certainly afraid of them. But yeah, I would say I'd give this one 4 out of 5 stars. I liked Uzumaki better, but Gyo was really good, really creative, really unsettling and disturbing in ways that I couldn't have predicted. And it also included 2 bonus stories, and the bonus stories were really freaking good. Wow, yeah, I highly suggest getting this because you get quite a bit of stuff in it. Oh God, I can see this camera in my glasses. Okay, good night. Good morning. It is Sunday. I have a lot of plans today, but it's been a good morning so far. I had my coffee. I just started a cup of tea. This is Sencha green tea from Trader Joe's. I'll be honest, guys, I am not necessarily happy with the selections that my Sips Bee box sent me. If you remember, I did an unboxing of that in a previous video. Not my favorite teas. I'm giving it one more box and then I might cancel it. But what I'm gonna do before I get started with my entire to-do list, which I will tell you about soon, I'm actually going to be making some pulled pork. I'm using green jackfruit from Trader Joe's, 2 cans. And what we're gonna do, here, I'll show you. So, my cat is on my goddamn counter. Tig, what are you doing over there? So I rinsed it, and we're just gonna put it in the crock pot. We're gonna use this barbecue sauce. I haven't used this before for the pulled pork that I've made before, but we're gonna give it a go because I like this sauce regardless. I use it all the time on like French fries and stuff like that. And I also get this from Trader Joe's. And just the whole jar goes into the pot. And what I like to do is once I empty the whole bottle into it, I fill it up with a little bit of water and pour the rest of the contents in there so it gives it a little more moisture and not everything like, I don't know, caramelizes and burns a little. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like a lot of the sauce evaporates and it loses some of the moisture, and just adding a little bit of water, like half a cup of water washed into here, it helps. So I'll do that in a second. So put a bit of water here, shake it up, and then just pour it in there. And I swear it's a good buffer. And then that's really it. Just gonna put the lid on. Set this to, let's see, we're gonna go for low 8 hours. So this will be dinner. And then we're just gonna let it do its thing. And then it'll be pulled pork sandwiches. And I've got my hamburger buns right here. So for my rest of the day, I am switching back to the 5th season because I'd love to get a decent chunk into this. I'm really only a little over halfway through, and I'd love to at least get to like the last third before the weekend ends. I just don't want to spend too much more time on this book. That sounds really terrible. I'm enjoying it. I just don't know. As it stands right now, I'm gonna give it like a 3.5. And as I mentioned, oh my God, sorry for that cat butt flash. As I mentioned before, anything 3 stars and above is good. It's like an enjoyable book. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 right now where it's at. And I'm sure, and I'm sure it's going to get intense. It's bound to like just climax soon, but we'll see. But before I do that, I have a lot that I need to get done. I need to rework my entire like library slash film room where I normally film. And I really just want to make it a nice little reading nook. And then, okay, sorry, my cat knocked over a glass. That's always fun. So I've got to mess with my film room slash library area because it's just a hot mess. And really, since I got my new camera, it's been a lot easier to film, and I don't need as intensive a setup. So I'm really thinking it just needs to be turned into a cute little reading nook that I'm gonna work on over time. Add more shelves. I've also expanded vastly on my book collection, so there just needs to be more room for those. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take a break after that, after I get the most of that done. Do some reading, try to get at least 70 to 100 pages down at minimum. And then I have some projects, or rather a project that I will share with y'all that I'm gonna do later. I went to Joann's yesterday and got some fabric, and I will share that adventure with you once it gets to that point in the day. So we should get started. Y'all, this is a mess. This is my room. My room is a mess. There's so many books and boxes and lights. There's 1 light, there's 2 lights, there's 3, there's I think a 4th somewhere. Yeah, oh yeah, there's the 4th light right there. There is my sewing machine that I ordered and haven't opened yet because I just haven't gone around to it. And my Harry Potter tapestry is falling off the walls. Oh, it's a mess. Here's my bookshelf, also a mess, needs to be organized. And I have another one back here that I'm considering just redoing completely because a lot of it is school books and it could be used for fun books because I'm not in school anymore. Then I've got a bunch of supplies there, random dumbbell to hold down the frickin' light because the stand is terrible. And then I've just got this pile over here of Lord knows what. I don't know. And then some golf stuff. So we got to get this mess figured out. Hello. Yes, I haven't really gotten that far in my room. It's still a freaking mess. I did, however, clear this table, so that's cool. It was in a horrible state, and most of the books that was on this table have been displaced very haphazardly. I'm gonna get to it, but I wanted to take a quick break because I have just finished The Scorpio Races on audiobook by Maggie Stiefvater. Guys, that was just the most excellent book. I'm gonna buy it physically. I have to buy a physical copy because I don't have words. It was so beautifully written. It was so atmospheric. It takes place by the sea in an island called Thisbe, I think. There are like a couple, I think the main town is called Skarmouth or something, but I think the actual island is called Thisbe. Oh gosh, the camera's gonna have an issue focusing on my face because there's so many books, but and it's really, so it's called the Scorpio Races, and it's about these races that happen every year in November, and people ride these water horses. Now, they're not like water horses like what you think of, like seahorses. They are actual horses that come from the water, the sea, and they're called Kapel Ishka. And oh, my cat. And they're actually really fierce. Let me see if I can stabilize you. Yeah, they're really fierce. They're actually very dangerous. They will eat you. They will chomp you up, but they are very fast. And I guess they come to this particular island yearly because that's what they do. It's like a migration type of thing. But the people there over time have sort of like, not domesticated them because they're still very dangerous, but they have like sort of assimilated them as a part of their culture and have developed the Scorpio Races. And the main characters are our heroine Puck Connolly, and the guy is named Sean Kendrick. And it is just the most stunning, brutal, amazing, beautiful story I have ever come across. And those are strong words. Yes, I feel like I exaggerate all the time about these books, but hands down, 5 out of 5 stars, probably in my top 5 books for the year. I'm gonna have to get it on because when I listen to audiobooks, I feel like sometimes I miss things, so I'm gonna have to get a physical. Oh my God, Max, what are you eating? My dog is always eating something. But it was so good. I am like heartbroken and happy, and just, it had everything. And Maggie Stiefvater, she's becoming one of my favorite authors. I read Shiver earlier this year, and I thought the writing was excellent there, and the writing is even more excellent in the Scorpio Races. Very atmospheric. She just has a way with the way she progresses a plot line, and she has this like thing where she describes very sort of inane actions about her characters. Like, for example, one that stuck out to me is that one of the main characters, Sean Kendrick, was trying to make a deal with this dude who owns a bunch of horses, and he was like, and the narration goes something like, I could hear him scratch his bristly chin, and you know, it just transports you to the exact moment that the book is trying to describe, and it's just excellent writing. Between Maggie Stiefvater and Jay Kristoff, gosh, excellent, just excellent. My year of reading has been really excellent so far. I had to share that with you real quick. I'm gonna get back to cleaning this mess up, but God, the Scorpio Races was amazing. I'm not even a big horse person. I mean, I love all animals, but wow, I feel connected to horses. Okay, time to clean. Hello. So, I have been working very diligently for the last like hour, 2 hours to get my room cleared. If you saw what my room looked like beforehand, you'll be amazed to see that I've made some glorious progress, but I don't know what to do with all my books without more shelves, really. So let me show you how far I've gotten. So table is gone. Got my fluffy rug that I've been neglecting. Got another rug here that I got a while ago. I managed to repin up my Harry Potter tapestry. I cleared up all this crazy mess, and this is now blank except for my barbell. I have a feeling that will just stay where it is until I'm reserving this spot for bookshelves once I get them, and here is Max. Hello, sir. Hello. He loves rugs and he just loves more space. So I got rid of that crazy mess. There is my sewing machine and fabrics, and I cleared this up a bit. So this is a lot of like camera equipment, an extra light, a bunch of tripods, more camera equipment. And like when I used to do mukbangs on YouTube, a lot of that stuff is in here, and some more weights actually in this little basket. Those lights are probably gonna stay there until I figure out if I really need them to be up and set up all the time. Not entirely sure. And then I've still got to sort through these like baskets. It's mostly like craft stuff, but things are looking pretty good. My bookshelves are a mess. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, this is hella cringy, but I will figure it out. I'm going to take a quick lunch break because I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna make some ramen. Not healthy, but delicious. And I'm gonna read while I eat. It's my first book sleeve, guys. It turned out super well. I had a couple issues getting started with the sewing machine because I've never used the sewing machine first. But it is super awesome looking. Yeah, it fits a small book, like probably like a mass paperback or a manga. So yeah, fits nicely, protects your book. And I had this leftover like pumpkin print. So I used that. I have like 2 yards of it. I don't know why. But I'm really excited about this. It took forever to make this. It was like 2.5 hours, maybe 3. The first hour and a half was just getting the machine going. I kept jamming the thread and the needles, and I thought I broke it for a second and had a mini meltdown. And my poor boyfriend was nothing but supportive the whole time while I was just trying not to freak out. But I made it, I did it, and it's very sturdy, actually sturdier than some of the book sleeves that I have bought. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm really interested to continue making them because I would eventually like to open up an Etsy shop with a friend. She is very good at graphic design and stuff like that, so she can design our fabrics. So I'm really excited. We're thinking of doing more than just book sleeves. We're thinking of doing a whole lot of stuff. But this is what I wanted to start with because I feel like this will take the most skill. But yeah, more to come on that. Really, we're still in the very beginning stages, but I'm really pumped about this. I'm super proud. I've never felt so accomplished because I'm not a super crafty person. I am a consumer of things. I like to buy things, I like to pick out things, I like to read things, and just making my own things always feels really daunting, but for some reason I was really motivated to make this book sleeve, and dude, it's like really good quality. I'm really proud of myself. I'm probably gonna give this to my neighbor because she is a sweetheart and I love her. And yeah. Okay, just kidding. I did actually read a couple more things. I guess it's just a manga and graphic novel kind of weekend. I did read, I finished Saga Volume, Saga Volume 3. Yeah, that was really good. And then I also finished Saga Volume 4. Loved this one. This one was really good. And then when I got tired of Saga, I thought I would pick something a little more lighthearted. I've been reading a lot of serious stuff. So I decided to pick up Giant Spider and Me. Guys, this is a freaking excellent book. It's basically about a young girl in a post-apocalyptic world, and she comes across a giant spider while she's foraging for food, and it freaks her out at first, but then they become fast friends. And guys, they just cook together and eat together all the time. There are even recipes in the manga, and I made a mistake. Why did I only buy one of these novels? Now I have to buy every single one of them because they're so good. They're so cute. At first I was skeptical. I was like, I don't know that I can find a giant spider cute, but turns out I can find almost any animal or creature cute if you give it the right attributes, aka eating a lot and helping you cook. So I enjoyed the heck out of that. I have decided that I am DNFing the 5th season. Let me grab it. Here it is, DNFing this little book. Not that little because it's about 460 something pages or something. I did make it to page 300, which seems to be the thing for me. I can forge through on a book at around 300. If it's just not doing it for me, that's about where I stop. At least that's what happened with Sorcery of Thorns. Is that what it's called? Sorcery of Thorns? Yeah. Anyway. So I talked to my friend Irina because we're doing a buddy read on it. And oh my God, I'm just gonna take these off. We're doing a buddy read. And she has actually already started the 3rd book. And she isn't necessarily sold on the series either. So I was like, dude, if you don't like it, and she's the sci-fi queen. She loves some sci-fi stuff. I'm just not into sci-fi, I think. This is just more sci-fi than fantasy, and I don't like the setting. I'm not really getting to spend a lot of time with the characters, so I'm not feeling really attached to any of them. So I think it's just gonna have to stay. I mean, I may come back to it, but the writing is good. And I feel like it was good to expose myself to a different genre than what I've been normally reading, but I'm just not sold on it. So it's gonna stay a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Even though I didn't finish it, it's a rather high rating because I know that, you know, I think it might just be a genre thing for me. I think that you know, it has such a high rating on Goodreads, and I have a feeling a lot of it is due to the action-packed, like, different scenes and the different characters and the world building. There's definitely all of that. But when I was talking to Irina about my struggles with this book, she just didn't really soothe any of my fears about the book and forging forward. So, you know, life is too short to spend time on books that you don't enjoy. So we're gonna find something else. I have decided that I'm probably gonna read something a little lighter before I really dive into that book that the author sent me, J.P. Harker. He sent me Wildcat. I might read The Wicked Deep. I'm feeling like I need some witchy, or I might read The Bear and the Nightingale. I don't know. I will let you know next weekend. But for real, this is goodbye, because I'm exhausted and it's like 9:30 and I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow for work. So I hope you have a good night or day. for real this time. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and hit that notification bell so you always know when I've got good things coming to you. Bye, y'all.